Hello, hello, my wonderful travelers. Welcome back to Above and Beyond with Lucy. If you're new here, my name is Lucy, and for 15 years, I had the honor of serving passengers at 35,000 feet as a flight attendant. I've poured coffee in turbulence, held hands during medical scares, and quietly protected seniors when airlines looked the other way. Now I'm here on the ground, sharing the insider secrets airlines don't volunteer because someone needs to be on your side. Now, let me say something that might surprise you. Flying isn't always dangerous because of the plane. Sometimes it's dangerous because of when, how, or why you're flying, especially if you're over 60. You might be thinking, Lucy, I've flown my whole life. I'm fine. And sweetheart, most of the time, you are. But in my 15 years on the galley, I've seen perfectly capable, independent seniors pushed into situations that should never have happened. Not because they were weak, not because they did anything wrong, but because nobody warned them. Airlines won't tell you when not to fly. They won't say, "This trip could be risky for you." They won't stop you when your body is quietly saying, "Not today." And trust me when I say this, I've been the one kneeling beside a passenger thinking, if only they had waited one more week. This video isn't about fear, it's about power. It's about knowing the signs before something goes wrong. And before we jump in, do me a quick favor. If you want honest, practical travel advice straight from someone who's actually worn the uniform, hit that subscribe button right now and tell me in the comments, what city are you watching from today? I read every single comment, and your stories shape these videos. All right, my wonderful travelers, I'm about to share 5 clear signs you should never fly, especially over 60. Let's start with the one almost everyone gets wrong. Number 1, you're flying while medically cleared, but not truly ready. The problem, misconception. Many seniors think that if their doctor signed off for travel, they're automatically safe to fly. You might be thinking, I passed my checkup, so I'm fine. But trust me, that's not always the case. Airlines don't evaluate how your body reacts to cabin pressure, long hours of sitting, or dehydration. Even minor conditions like high blood pressure, mild heart issues, or joint pain can suddenly turn into serious problems 30,000 feet in the air. Insider revelation. From my 15 years of flying, I've seen this more times than I can count. Passengers who seemed perfectly healthy before boarding suddenly experienced dizzy spells, shortness of breath, or even fainting mid-flight. Crew members are trained for emergencies, but our goal is always to prevent them if possible. That's why knowing your personal limits is more important than relying on a generic doctor's note. Airlines won't tell you this because they assume you're fine. You have to advocate for yourself. Actionable solution. Here's what I always recommend. Before booking a flight, ask your doctor specific questions about flying. For example, can I safely fly for more than 4 hours? Should I take extra precautions for my blood pressure or circulation? Next, bring a medical summary and any prescriptions in your carry-on. It's also wise to request assistance from the airline if there's any doubt. Say exactly this: I have a medical condition and may need extra support during the flight. Can we plan ahead to make sure I'm safe? Crew members want to help. You're not being difficult. You're being smart. Personal anecdote. I once had a passenger, Mr. Henderson, who looked perfectly fine at check-in. Midway through a 6-hour flight, he fainted because his blood pressure spiked. Luckily, he had his medical info handy, and we acted quickly. But the flight could have ended in disaster if he hadn't been prepared. Don't be Mr. Henderson. Reinforcement. You have every right to ask questions and take precautions. Flying is supposed to be safe and enjoyable. Don't let assumptions about your health put you in danger. Being proactive is your best flight insurance. Number 2, you're counting on airport assistance, but didn't prearrange it. The problem: misconception. Many seniors assume that help at the airport is automatic. You might be thinking, I can just ask someone when I get there. Wrong. Airports are busy, lines are long, and staff are juggling dozens of passengers at once. If you don't pre-book assistance, you might end up struggling with luggage, stairs, or long distances, risking falls, injuries, or missed flights. Insider revelation. From my 15 years in the skies, I can tell you this. Crew and ground staff want to help, but they can't magically appear if no request is logged. Airlines have policies that require prior notice for wheelchairs, escorts, or special boarding. The just ask at the gate approach often leaves seniors stressed, exhausted, and vulnerable. What most people don't know is that the system is designed to assist you if you actually activate it. Actionable solution. Here's what to do. Call the airline ahead of time, at least 48 hours before your flight. Request the type of assistance you need, whether it's a wheelchair, escort through security, or help with boarding. Confirm the request at check-in, and ask the desk to mark your file so every staff member along the way sees it. Use these magic words when interacting with staff. Hello, I requested assistance for my flight. Can you confirm everything is set so I can move comfortably and safely? By taking these simple steps, you'll glide through the airport rather than struggle. Personal anecdote. I remember Mrs. Thompson in her early 70s who didn't pre-book a wheelchair. She spent 30 minutes trying to navigate from security to her gate, carrying her bag and her purse. By the time she reached her seat, she was exhausted, and honestly, it could have been dangerous on those moving walkways. A simple, pre-arranged request would have saved her stress and risk. Reinforcement. Never assume help is automatic. Asking ahead is your right, and airlines fully intend to provide it, but only if you give them the chance. Don't wait until you're tired or overwhelmed. Plan for assistance and travel safely. Number 3, you're taking a long haul or red-eye because it's cheaper. The problem: misconception. Many seniors think, if I book the overnight flight, I'll save money and get there faster. Sounds logical, right? But trust me, your body doesn't always agree. Long-haul flights, especially red-eyes, can wreak havoc on circulation, sleep cycles, and even heart and lung function. What seems like a harmless savings trick can quietly turn into fatigue, dehydration, or worse. Insider revelation. From my 15 years on the galley, I've seen perfectly healthy seniors arrive looking pale, dizzy, or disoriented after long red-eye flights. Airlines pack people tightly in economy, lighting is harsh, and cabin pressure changes can aggravate minor health issues. Crew members are trained to spot these problems, but we can't prevent them if the passenger ignores their own body's warning signs. The truth is, the cheapest ticket isn't always the safest option for your health. Actionable solution. Here's what I advise. Consider your personal comfort over cost. A day flight with a few extra dollars could be worth your safety and energy. Move regularly during the flight. Stand, stretch, or walk the aisle every 1 to 2 hours to improve circulation. Stay hydrated and avoid alcohol or caffeine, which dehydrate your body faster at altitude. Ask for special seating if you have leg or back issues. Use the words, I need a seat that allows me to stretch and move safely. Can you help me? Personal anecdote. I had a passenger, Mr. Alvarez, who insisted on the red-eye from New York to Los Angeles to save $50. By hour 4, he was dizzy, dehydrated and panicking over cramps in his legs. After helping him stretch and providing extra water, he thanked me, saying, "I didn't realize how hard my body would take it." That $50 saving, not worth the stress and risk. Reinforcement. Remember, your health and comfort are worth more than a bargain fare. Airlines don't charge extra for keeping you safe, but your body will remind you if you ignore it. Choose flights that respect your well-being. Your future self will thank you. Number 4. You're flying during peak travel chaos. The problem, misconception. Many seniors think, "I'll just fly during the holidays or busy seasons. It can't be that bad." Oh, my wonderful travelers, it can. Airports get crowded, security lines triple, and flights are delayed or overbooked. Stress spikes, and what's normally a smooth trip can quickly become overwhelming or even unsafe if your body isn't ready for the chaos. Insider revelation. From my 15 years on the galley, I've seen the difference between a calm airport day and a holiday rush. Crew members are stretched thin, gates are crowded, and even simple assistance can take longer. Airlines won't tell you, but your risk of injury, missed connections, or exhaustion increases dramatically during peak travel times. And here's a secret. The quiet corners and shortcuts you see in blogs don't exist when everyone is scrambling. Actionable solution. Here's how to protect yourself. Plan flights outside peak windows if possible. Midweek mornings or non-holiday periods are far calmer. Arrive extra early to avoid rushing. Give yourself at least 2 to 3 hours for domestic flights and 3 to 4 for international. Request priority boarding if you have mobility issues or need extra assistance. Say exactly this: "I'd like to board early to avoid the crowd and ensure a safe, comfortable start to my flight. Can you help?" Stay mentally prepared. Carry a small snack, water, and any comfort aids to buffer against unexpected delays. Personal anecdote. I once helped Mrs. Patel, traveling solo during Thanksgiving. The lines were insane, and she was overwhelmed by the noise and crowds. Because she had pre-booked wheelchair assistance and early boarding, she sailed through safely while other passengers struggled. It made all the difference, and she was able to relax and enjoy her flight. Reinforcement. Flying during peak times doesn't have to be dangerous, but only if you plan smart and ask for help. You deserve a calm, safe journey. No matter how busy the airport is, don't let the chaos steal your peace or risk your safety. Number 5. You're flying alone when you actually need an advocate. The problem. Misconception. Many seniors think, "I can handle this on my own. I don't want to bother anyone." Independence is admirable, but sometimes flying alone can quietly become dangerous. Medical issues, mobility challenges, or even confusing airport procedures can turn a solo trip into a stressful or risky situation, especially if no one is watching out for you. Insider revelation. From my 15 years in the air, I've seen how invaluable having an advocate can be. A companion, family member, or even a friendly airline staff member can prevent missed flights, ensure proper assistance, and help you speak up if something goes wrong. Airlines won't tell you to bring help. They assume you'll manage. But the reality is, even experienced travelers benefit from an extra set of eyes and support. Actionable solution. Here's what I suggest. Consider traveling with someone you trust, even for a short domestic flight. If that's not possible, notify the airline that you're traveling alone and ask for check-ins along the way. Say exactly, "I'm traveling alone and may need assistance or updates. Can someone check in on me if needed?" Use technology, carry a fully charged phone, and have emergency contacts readily accessible. Know your rights. Don't be afraid to request help with boarding, luggage, or security. It's your right as a senior traveler. Personal anecdote. I once had a passenger, Mrs. Reynolds, flying solo with a mild heart condition. She requested a staff check-in at boarding and gate assistance. Halfway through the flight, she needed extra hydration and guidance. Because she had planned ahead and asked for support, the situation was handled safely. She even thanked me for keeping her calm and comfortable. Reinforcement. Flying alone doesn't have to be risky, but only if you plan and advocate for yourself. You are entitled to support, assistance, and peace of mind, and asking for help is a sign of wisdom, not weakness. Remember, we're in this together, and your safety matters most. Bonus tip. All right, my wonderful travelers, let's do a quick recap of the 5 signs you should never fly, especially if you're over 60. Flying while medically cleared but not truly ready. Don't ignore subtle health warnings. Counting on airport assistance without prearranging it. Plan ahead to avoid stress and injury. Booking long-haul or red-eye flights just to save money. Your body deserves comfort over a bargain. Flying during peak travel chaos, crowds and delays can turn a smooth trip into a nightmare. Flying alone when you need an advocate, support is a strength, not a weakness. Bonus pro tip. Before you go, here's a little insider secret many seniors don't know. Always carry a small travel kit in your carry-on. Include water, medications, snacks, a mini first aid kit, and a list of emergency contacts. Crew members love when passengers are prepared. It helps us help you more efficiently. This simple kit can be a lifesaver if flights are delayed, lines are long, or unexpected medical needs arise. Remember, my wonderful travelers, you are the reason we fly. Your comfort, dignity, and safety are what matter most. Don't be afraid to speak up, ask questions, and advocate for yourself. Airlines and crew want you to succeed. You just have to let them know how to help. Flying can be enjoyable, safe, and stress-free when you take control. Now I want to hear from you, my wonderful travelers. Have you ever experienced any of these warning signs yourself? Or maybe you noticed something else that made a flight challenging after 60? Drop your answer in the comments below. I read every single one, and your stories help me create content that truly serves seniors like you. If you found this video helpful, please share it with a senior traveler in your life who needs this information. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss an insider secret. Remember, these tips come straight from 15 years in the air. I've seen what works and what can go wrong, and I want you to fly safe. Preview next video. Optional. In my next video, I'll cover how to navigate airport security like a pro after 60, including secrets airlines don't tell you. You won't want to miss it. Sign off. Thank you so much for flying with me today. I'm Lucy. Remember, it's your right to ask for help, plan ahead, and travel safely. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Fly safe, my wonderful travelers.